Hello everyone, Gifted Soul here. In this video, I am going to be showing you all the Feelings Galore Oracle Volume 6. This was already on the way around the same time that I got the Volume 4 in. I'm still working on Volume 5. I have like a few more messages that I'm trying to channel within that one, so that is why this one is before you prior to that one. So I did not skip a deck. I'm just still working on the other one. I just call them volume 1, 2, 3, 4 because that is the order that I created the decks in. You do not necessarily have to buy the decks in that order. I used to be the person that did that before. And yeah, I no longer, overthink about that. So yeah, but anyway, so this is what mine came in. I am drop shipping this one, which means I will not keep stock of this one like I do the other two. So yeah, I only just have this copy in, and the others you would have to purchase from my Etsy shop, and your money that you purchase the deck with on my Etsy shop, half of that payment goes towards me purchasing the deck on the printer site, and I have it shipped directly to you. That is how the drop shipping process works with the decks that I do drop ship versus the ones that I do actually keep at home. And I only keep at the moment 2 of them at home, which is volume 4 and volume 3. It is going to come in shrink wrap. I do not add bags to this on the Make Playing Cards site. If I do keep them in stock in my home, they will come in a matching organza bag. But again, since I'm not, this one will only come in shrink wrap. I do not have it available yet on MakePlayingCards.com, but on my end, I can just purchase it with your payment from Etsy, and then it'll get shipped to you directly. And that is another reason why my decks are a little bit more on the expensive side, because I don't really profit much. So I hope you guys do understand that. So this one is a little bit up there in price. Please forgive me, but yeah, I don't want to just make cards and then, yes, I do want people to have my creations, but like not at my own expense, if you know what I mean. I do need to be getting compensated for it enough to where I can actually put something in my pocket. So and then that's another reason why I haven't been too quick to put these on Make Playing Cards for sale, because I don't profit much from them either. So for example, if I'm charging $60 for this deck, I'm probably only going to get maybe $20 or so. So do keep that in mind. So yeah. But anyway, so here we have it. So it's kind of like the other ones. It's just a different color. And red was the color that I wasn't going to go for. I wasn't going to put in the series before, but then I decided to try to give it a try because red is not my favorite color necessarily. So like, yeah, this one, I do like it actually, but yeah. So like the others, it has the same theme where it matches the rain theme. And then I have messages from your person on it, by Gifted Soul, Feelings Galore, the volume that it is, and then it also still has the heart with the blurry thingy majigger, whatever you want to call it. I think this is 80 cards, whereas the last 2 I created are 60. Volume 3 and Volume 4 are 60. I think the first edition, which doesn't say Volume 1 because I was not thinking that I was going to have several other decks in this series created, so I did not put like volume on it. But the pink one, that's the very first one that I made, and I think that was like 80 or 90 cards. But yeah, so let's get to the messages. So again, there's the back. I do use the gloss finish, by the way, on all of my decks. Also, before we get to the messages, I do want to let you guys know that should you see any of these decks, or you come across any of my decks on Etsy and you see them on Temu, Shein, Wish, AliExpress, or any type of site like that, they do not have permission to have my card creations at all. So please be considerate and report that to me, or either report the merchant on the site wherever you have found them. I would very much so appreciate it. This spiritual business is how I provide for myself and sometimes my family members. So yeah, I definitely don't appreciate my decks being recreated or anything of the sort. I do not give permission for that. So far it has not happened to me yet, but that does not mean that it won't at some point. So I just want to make that clear. I have now gotten to the point where it's happening to so many of my friends in the industry that I just put a note on my listings. I went back on every one of my listings and I put that I do not give permission for these sites to resell my deck and like make mini versions of them, make them lower quality, or make them at all. So yeah, so anyway, enough of that. So okay, now we have, please don't reach out to me, I am trying to move on with my life. All right, now this is exactly why I get afraid to get right into the messages, because starting out, we do have a typo here, and that's going to be fixed. Like I mentioned in every other video, is that if we go through this flip through and there are any grammatical errors, any spelling errors, or anything of the sort, I will then go to the printer site and fix that. So when you guys do order from me, you will not receive that card with this mistake on it. So do keep that in mind. And also mine came packaged in this. I don't know, there's some timing with their packaging. Sometimes they will put it in a cardboard box. Other times they will put it in a bubble mailer like this one. I can't control how they choose to pack your deck, so do keep that in mind. I'm going to put this to the side so that I know that I need to fix this. It's driving me crazy. But again, more reasons why I try not to keep every deck in home, because of things like situations like this. And I triple check this deck. This is another one that I triple checked before I actually purchased it, and everything was fine. So I'm confused about this. But again, if you are to purchase this, you will not get the same mistake. So try to overlook that. I've had some time to reflect on my behavior, and I am ashamed of myself. I'm trying to move on with my life. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we're going to fix that one right on up. Let me put these over here. Everything is not about you. Now, this is a card that like I came up with. I've had this message in one of my other Oracle decks. And what that means is a lot of times that in these connections, the chaser, I guess you can call, they always think, oh, they're not talking to me because I'm ugly, or they're talking to somebody else, or they've got, you know, they're not interested in me anymore, or whatever the case may be, when a lot of the times the situation is simply that they are busy. They have other things that they are thinking and worrying about. They are not prioritizing you. Everything is, the reasons do not always have to pertain to you personally. So that is what that message means. I've said things that I didn't mean in the heat of the moment. Please don't take it to heart. You know how I feel about you, my love. I'm yours, 1111. This is displayed throughout several of my decks as well. Wishing upon the same star. I don't know. I just came up with that one day. As far as 1111, I'm yours. It actually started in an affirmation deck I think I created. I don't have it on my table at the moment, but I did create an affirmation deck. And was it in the affirmation deck? No, I just lied. It's not in my affirmation deck, which honestly I probably should have did that, but I wasn't thinking. I don't know why. I think because the affirmation deck and the deck I'm thinking about, they're kind of almost the same color scheme. It was another love oracle that I started. It was the Soul Flame Love Oracle, and that is where I think I first channeled that message and put it in there. So 1111, I'm yours, wishing upon the same star. You're too good for me. I include you in my prayers. Baby, I love you for who you are. You're a star in my eyes. Some of these messages can be variations of messages that I've displayed in other decks as well, but they are completely reworded to the point where it doesn't come off as a repetitive energy in every single deck. So I have that same message, but I've rephrased it completely to spice it up. So I want to be honest with you, but I don't think that you can handle the truth. Going with the flow. I am going wherever the wind blows me. I am not going to put a lot of time and energy into building a serious connection. If it happens, it happens, but I am not looking for it. So many things remind me of you and what we had. I love everything about you, flaws and all. You're my muse. I'm planning on leaving them. I can't wait to have makeup sex with you. I always feel connected to you even when we're apart. Okay, so my niece and my nephew are not letting me be great. It's Thanksgiving week, so yeah, if you hear anything in the background, please try to pretend like you don't. But I have to do what I got to do, y'all. So I always feel connected to you even when we're apart, which is the card we left off on. I hope that we can be on the same page someday. I still care about you, and I want to take some time to, I want you to take some time to take care of yourself. You're mine. Brokenhearted. I am still grieving over our connection. I'm trying to heal. I hope that we come back together. So sometimes, though, this brokenhearted message doesn't necessarily mean that they're even having hope to come back together, but sometimes it can. Sometimes it can be channeled as they're still grieving over the connection and trying to move on. So it's not always that they're trying to come back together. Sometimes they feel like it's best to completely withdraw from the connection. There are too many obstacles standing in the way of our connection. I feel defeated. I am emotionally immature / unavailable. I want to show you off. I regret leaving things unresolved. All the signs say that we're meant to be. When we kiss, it takes me to another dimension. Okay. Hermit mode. I am isolating myself from everyone right now, not just you. Please don't take it personally. I know that you are a part of God's / the universe's plan for me. So I do this to include everybody's belief system, because some people just don't believe in God. I do. So it's my creation, so I want it to be a part of me as well. And I know I'm going to say roughly, I'm not going to say majority, but a lot of people that follow me and a lot of people that know what I do, they do believe in God. A lot of people I read for, they do believe in God. I believe in God, and I believe that God is a part of the universe as well. However, some people deem that to be separate things, separate worlds. So I just included both so everybody can feel included, because I do not try to leave people out, and I try to be very inclusive, and I don't want anybody to feel, you know, bad or not thought of, and I don't want people to like just not want my decks simply because of one word being a problem for them. So I try my best to make sure to remember to include people in different ways, whether it's a different religion they believe in, or that they have or like whatever backgrounds and stuff like that. I just try to make sure everybody is somewhat satisfied, which I'm not going to be able to satisfy everybody, and I'm okay with that, but you know, I try. If you had a twin, I would still choose you. Now, this is a message I have in my very first Love Oracle, in my very first deck that I ever released, period, which is the Love on the Brain Oracle. Okay, we have, I'm very proud of you. I know that what we have is real. Thank you for putting up with me this long. I know that I don't deserve it. I am just trying to get by right now. My heart sings for joy whenever I see a message from you. Karmic partner. So this is what makes my deck a lot different from the other decks that I have created, especially when it comes to the love messages, is that I have like keywords or like a phrase at the top of some of them, and then a paragraph or so kind of explaining the message that's relating to the topic up there, if that makes sense. So in this case, karmic partner, I am meant to learn something from this person that, okay, again, not letting me be great. I am meant to learn something from this person that you can't teach me. My judgment is clouded, but once I come back to my senses, I will find my way back to you. Now the karmic partner thing, now sometimes I have a love-hate relationship for karmic, that term, despite the fact that I put it in my deck. At this point, you can just kind of read as I'm talking, but people get so caught up in that to the point where, like, I don't know how to say it without coming across as like mean, but like people oftentimes like always seem to think that their person is with another person because it's a karmic partner, and that is not always the case. That is very unhealthy thinking. Sometimes they really have just moved on, you know, so it's not always that it's a karmic partner. Could it be sometimes? Yes, but I just hate that that's one of the terms that people run off to. And yes, again, I know I put it in my deck, but like, spirit wanted me to do that, so I can't do this thing called Life Without You here with me. I kind of got that from a song, so my ego got the best of me. I wish that I could be honest with you about how I truly feel. Now, that's like one of the cards that can be very neutral, meaning it can mean anything, positive or negative. What do you see in me? We have a question here. I'm dangerously in love with you. We have your intellect challenges me to do better and think on a deeper level. We're too much alike and that scares me. If it's meant to be, then no matter what, it will be. I think it's best if we both try to see other people. Our connection is not for everyone to understand. As long as we know the truth, that's all that matters. Why do you want to be with me? So we have another question, which is kind of almost the same as the other one, but I'm tired of the back and forth. You're everything to me. I'm trying to work up the nerve to contact you. I've been checking you out on social media. Temporary soulmate. This person is only in your life for a season to teach you lessons, not to stick around. A temporary soulmate is simply what it is saying. Is that a lot of times people are like, they ask like, when am I going to meet my soulmate? Is this person my soulmate? Where am I going to meet my soulmate? You have to be very specific with that term, because a soulmate comes in many different forms and we have multiple. And a soulmate is not automatically somebody that you're meant to be with long term or even at all. Sometimes there's, like it says, I'm here to teach you something, and that's it. Instead of just soulmate, I put temporary, because a person can be your soulmate but not meant to be your life partner, if that makes sense. Okay, so twin flame. This connection surpasses anything you've ever had with another. Intense emotions, mirroring souls, the one that you will always cross paths with. And another difference here is that I've started doing reversals in some of these, which the purple one, if you watch that video, you will see that those have reversals. And then like, it's like if you shuffle and this card comes out, or you pull this card and it lands on this part, this means that they are your twin flame. If you get it this way, or whoever you're reading for, client, yourself, whatever, false twin flame, you've labeled the wrong person as your twin flame. They're showing you that, you know, signs of them being your twin flame, but they're really not. And sometimes people just don't know how to differentiate like which one is who, and that's completely normal. It will take time for you to get there, but commitment is something that I'm not looking for with you. I'm gonna tell you something. If a person has not committed to you, time does matter in some cases. If it's been like years where you have waited for this person to, now I feel like recommitment is different, whereas there was at least some type of solid foundation in the past between the two of you at some point. But to say that a person has never committed to you, that, I feel like at that point that needs to be let go of. If a person has been in your life for several years and has not proposed any type of commitment or talked about it with you, that is like kick rocks at that point. Okay, we both know that this isn't going to work. I don't know if I can trust you. I'm addicted to you. I'm trying to gain some self-control. My financial situation is my top priority at this time. Assertiveness. Tell me what you want. I can't read your mind. I don't want to lose you despite how it may seem. I don't know what I want. I have doubts about our connection. I am telepathically communicating with you in your dreams. Please be sure to pay attention to even the smallest details within them. I wish that I could repay you for all that you've done for me. Reconciliation. So here is another reversal. I am coming back to you and we will finally be the couple you've always dreamed of us being. So this kind of would come out, speaking of, not speaking of commitment, this would kind of come out for those that like have never been committed to the person, I guess, but you've always been in each other's lives and you're not in contact or you're not seeing each other, but they are reminding you that yes, we will see each other again. Yes, we will be together. It's only a matter of time. So just keep it's giving you hope. But when you turn this around to this side, if you get this message, if it lands here, whatever message lands upright is the message that is important for you to consider. Okay. It's the relevant message here. Hopeless. May come back to you, but for the wrong reasons. This connection won't fulfill you and doesn't serve your highest good. Behaviors have not changed, and they likely won't. I didn't put that part, but yeah. So, yeah. Feelings galore, which is the series. My feelings are all over the place. Scared of the connection becoming stronger and more intense. I didn't want the sparks between us to turn into a flame. Insecurities. I want you, but I don't think you feel the same way. I can hear your heart crying out for me. When I wake up, I look to see if you're laying next to me. Can I trust you with my secrets? Your energy is intense. I can feel it everywhere I go. Free will. You have the power to manifest whatever it is that you want from this connection. Take action. So another thing that I've done is I've placed pieces of advice here and like things that can help you manifest a deeper and better, more stable connection with your person. So this would be one of those things, but it is coming through as a message from them and advice from them too. But yeah. So we have, I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't thinking about you often. I have imagined us living happily ever after with kids, a big house, dog, picket fence, and the whole 9 yards. I miss falling asleep with you on the phone. You're every woman's man's dream. Speaking of making everybody feel included or trying my best to, gender neutral here. My decks are gender neutral anyways, even if I don't include that, but most decks I will try to put stuff like that in there. Baby, you have no idea just how much I've missed you. Why do I feel like I read this one already? Yeah. I know that you have my best interest at heart, just in case I'm gonna put it over there so I know to go back and see, but I feel like I read... No, I don't think I did now that I think of it. I'm going to go back through it off camera just to see, but I know that you have my best interest at heart. So that is what we have. I wish you guys love and light. Please leave a like, subscribe, share if you feel inclined to, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.